In our fast-paced world, finding peace can feel impossible. Our minds race with endless to-do lists and worries. Mindfulness invites us to step off the hamster wheel of our thoughts and reconnect with the here and now. It's about paying attention to the present moment without judgment and with curiosity and kindness. Mindfulness has moved from ancient practices to modern psychology, becoming a wellness buzzword. As stress and anxiety rise, people seek effective ways to cope. Mindfulness offers a secular, evidence-based approach to managing stress and improving mental health. However, it's important to remember its true essence, a practice requiring patience, commitment, and kindness. Mindfulness is often misunderstood as a passing fad, but it runs much deeper. It's about cultivating a quality of attention that allows us to be fully present with our experience, without judgment or resistance. Mindfulness is not a destination but a journey. It's about showing up for ourselves each day with kindness and curiosity. With consistent effort, you'll start to notice subtle shifts in your awareness and overall well-being. Mindfulness is a state of active attention to the present moment, observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. Imagine a clear blue sky with clouds drifting by. Mindfulness allows us to observe these clouds without getting caught in their storm. We acknowledge whatever arises, joy, sadness, anger, with gentle, accepting awareness. Mindfulness has deep roots in ancient traditions, particularly Buddhist psychology and meditation practices. In recent decades, it has been embraced by Western psychology as a secular practice with profound benefits for mental and physical well-being. From reducing stress to improving focus, mindfulness offers a powerful toolkit for navigating modern life's challenges. Mindfulness can be cultivated in every moment of our daily lives, from brushing our teeth to eating a meal. It's about bringing present moment awareness to all our activities, no matter how mundane they may seem. With practice, we can train our minds to become more anchored in the here and now, finding moments of peace amidst daily busyness. One of the most important aspects of mindfulness is non-judgmental observation. This means paying attention to our thoughts and feelings without labeling them as good or bad. By cultivating non-judgmental observation, we develop a more compassionate and accepting relationship with ourselves. The breath is a powerful anchor to the present moment. By bringing our attention to our breath, we can gently guide ourselves back to the present whenever our minds wander. This simple practice can make a world of difference in cultivating greater presence and calm throughout your day. Mindfulness offers a path to greater mental well-being and a sense of peace within ourselves. It acts like a lighthouse, providing a steady beam of awareness that allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions without being swept away. Through regular practice, we learn to create a space between ourselves and our thoughts and feelings, reducing our tendency to get caught up in negative patterns. Mindfulness offers a powerful antidote to anxiety by grounding us in the present moment. When we're anxious, our minds tend to worry about the future or ruminate on the past. Mindfulness gently guides us back to the here and now, reducing the intensity of anxious thoughts. Mindfulness can be a valuable tool for navigating depression and cultivating a path towards healing. It fosters self-compassion, encouraging us to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding. By acknowledging our pain without judgment, we create space for healing and self-acceptance. Mindfulness strengthens our ability to direct and sustain our attention. Just as physical exercise strengthens our bodies, mindfulness practice strengthens our attention span. This compassionate approach to distraction helps us create a more peaceful and focused relationship with our minds. Section 5. Cultivating emotional intelligence, mindfulness as a heart opener. Emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage our own emotions and empathize with the emotions of others, plays a vital role in our relationships, our communication, and our overall well-being. Mindfulness serves as a powerful tool for cultivating greater emotional intelligence by enhancing our self-awareness, our capacity for empathy, and our ability to respond to challenging emotions with greater skill and compassion. At its core, mindfulness is about paying attention to our present moment experience with openness and curiosity. This includes paying attention to our emotions as they arise, without judgment or suppression. By developing a greater awareness of our emotional landscape, we become more attuned to the subtle nuances of our feelings, understanding the triggers that evoke certain emotions and the ways in which our emotions impact our thoughts and behaviors. Furthermore, mindfulness fosters empathy by expanding our capacity for compassion and understanding. When we practice mindfulness, we cultivate a greater awareness of the interconnectedness of all beings, recognizing that everyone experiences a range of emotions, challenges, and joys. This expanded perspective allows us to approach others with greater empathy, understanding that their actions and reactions are often influenced by their own unique experiences and perspectives. Section 6. Beyond the individual mindfulness for a kinder world. While mindfulness offers profound benefits for individual well-being, its transformative potential extends far beyond ourselves. As we cultivate greater presence, compassion, and understanding within ourselves, these qualities naturally ripple outwards, influencing our interactions with others and inspiring positive change in the world around us. Mindfulness, in this sense, becomes not just a personal practice, but a pathway to creating a kinder, more compassionate, and interconnected world. One way mindfulness contributes to a more compassionate society is by fostering greater empathy and understanding between individuals. When we practice mindfulness, we develop a heightened awareness of the shared humanity that connects us all. We begin to see beyond superficial differences and recognize the common ground that unites us: our shared capacity for joy and sorrow, our longing for connection, and our desire to live meaningful lives. Moreover, mindfulness encourages us to approach conflict with greater awareness and skill. When we're mindful, we're less likely to react impulsively or defensively to difficult situations. Instead, we can pause, take a breath, and respond with greater thoughtfulness and compassion. This mindful approach to conflict resolution can help to de-escalate tense situations, foster understanding, and promote more harmonious relationships. Section 7. The Science of Mindfulness, Evidence that Speaks Volumes. While mindfulness has ancient roots in contemplative traditions, its benefits are increasingly supported by modern scientific research. Over the past few decades, there has been an explosion of studies exploring the effects of mindfulness on the brain, the body, and overall well-being. These studies provide compelling evidence for the transformative power of mindfulness, demonstrating its effectiveness in reducing stress, improving mental health, and enhancing various aspects of cognitive function. Neuroimaging studies have shown that mindfulness practice leads to structural and functional changes in the brain, particularly in areas associated with attention, emotional regulation, and self-awareness. For instance, regular mindfulness practice has been shown to increase gray matter density in the hippocampus, a brain region crucial for learning and memory, and the prefrontal cortex, which plays a key role in planning, decision-making, and emotion regulation. Moreover, numerous clinical trials have demonstrated the effectiveness of mindfulness-based interventions for a wide range of mental health conditions, including anxiety disorders, depression, and chronic pain. These interventions typically involve guided meditation practices, gentle movement exercises, and group discussions focused on cultivating greater awareness, acceptance, and self-compassion. Mindful breathing, a foundation for awareness. In the tapestry of mindfulness practices, mindful breathing stands as a fundamental thread, weaving its way through all other techniques. It serves as both a gateway to deeper awareness and a sanctuary to return to whenever the mind wanders. Just as a musician tunes their instrument before a performance, mindful breathing allows us to tune into the present moment, creating a space of stillness amidst the busyness of life. The simplicity of mindful breathing is often what makes it so powerful. It requires no special equipment or external setting. It's readily available to us in every moment, wherever we are. To begin, find a comfortable seated position, either on a cushion on the floor or in a chair with your feet flat on the ground. Gently lengthen your spine, allowing your shoulders to relax away from your ears. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. Now, bring your attention to your breath, noticing the natural rhythm of each inhale and exhale. Feel the coolness of the air entering your nostrils, the gentle expansion of your chest or abdomen as you breathe in, and the warmth of the air flowing out as you breathe out. There's no need to change your breath in any way. Simply observe it with a gentle, curious attention. Body scan meditation, cultivating presence in the body. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to become disconnected from our bodies, treating them more like vehicles for our minds than integral parts of our being. We rush from one task to the next, often ignoring the subtle messages our bodies send us through sensations, emotions, and even pain. Body scan meditation offers a powerful antidote to this disconnect, inviting us to cultivate a deeper awareness of our physical selves and reconnect with the wisdom our bodies hold. To practice body scan meditation, find a comfortable lying down position on your back, either on a yoga mat or on your bed. Allow your arms to rest by your sides, palms facing up, and your feet to fall open to the sides. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. Take a few deep breaths, allowing yourself to settle into the support of the ground beneath you. Beginning with your toes, bring your attention to each part of your body one by one. Notice any sensations that are present, whether it's warmth, coolness, tingling, pressure, tightness, or relaxation. There's no need to judge or change any of the sensations you notice. Simply observe them with a gentle, curious attention. As you move through your body, you might imagine your breath flowing into each area, bringing with it a sense of relaxation and ease. Mindful walking, grounding yourself in each step. Mindful walking transforms simple actions into opportunities for presence and awareness. It invites us to reconnect with our bodies, grounding us in the present moment. Find a quiet place to walk back and forth for 10 to 15 steps. This could be indoors or outdoors. Slow down, noticing the sensations of your feet making contact with the ground. Feel the weight shifting from heel to toe with each step. Engage all your senses, noticing the sights, sounds, and smells around you. In our fast-paced world, meals often become rushed affairs, devoured in front of screens or while multitasking. Mindful eating invites us to slow down, engage all our senses, and rediscover the joy of eating with awareness. Turn off any screens, silence your phone, and find a quiet spot where you can sit down and truly savor your food. Notice the feeling of the food in your mouth, its temperature, and its texture as you chew. Notice how your body feels as you eat. Are you satisfied? Content? In our hyper-connected world, we're constantly bombarded with information and noise. Our attention is pulled in countless directions. This cacophony of distractions can make it challenging to truly listen to others. Mindful listening offers a pathway to deeper connection and understanding. It begins with a willingness to quiet our own internal chatter. Pay attention to their tone of voice, body language, and subtle cues. Resist the urge to interrupt or offer advice. Focus on understanding their perspective. Practice empathy and acknowledge their feelings. Respond with kindness, respect, and a genuine desire to understand. In a world often characterized by division, judgment, and negativity, Loving-kindness meditation offers a powerful antidote, inviting us to cultivate compassion, kindness, and connection, both towards ourselves and others. This ancient practice, also known as metta meditation, involves silently repeating phrases of well-wishing, sending out positive energy and intentions to ourselves, to loved ones, to strangers, to difficult people, and eventually to all beings everywhere. To practice loving-kindness meditation, find a comfortable seated position and close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. Begin by bringing to mind a sense of loving-kindness towards yourself. This might feel challenging at first, especially if you tend to be self-critical, but try to approach yourself with the same compassion and understanding that you would offer a dear friend. Silently repeat phrases of well-wishing to yourself, such as you repeat these phrases, allow yourself to truly feel the sentiment behind them. Imagine these feelings of loving kindness radiating from your heart, filling your entire being with warmth and light. If you notice any resistance or self-criticism arising, gently acknowledge it and redirect your attention back to the phrases of loving kindness. Integrating mindfulness into daily life can have a big impact, even with small steps. Mindfulness isn't just something we practice for a few minutes each day, it's a way of being. The true magic of mindfulness unfolds when we integrate it into our daily lives. The key is to start small. Choose 1 or 2 activities to bring greater awareness to. This could be brushing your teeth or washing the dishes, or walking from your car to your office. Pay attention to the sensations, sights, sounds, and smells around you. Sarah, a vibrant mother of 2 toddlers, always prided herself on her ability to juggle the demands of parenthood with grace and enthusiasm. However, as the relentless pace of raising young children took its toll, she found herself increasingly overwhelmed, her usual patience wearing thin. The constant demands, the sleep deprivation, and the never-ending to-do list left her feeling depleted and disconnected, both from herself and her loved ones. One evening, while reading bedtime stories to her children, she stumbled upon a book about mindfulness for parents. Intrigued by the promise of finding calm amidst the chaos, she decided to give it a try. She started with just a few minutes each day, focusing on her breath while her children played. To her surprise, she noticed a shift within herself. The constant mental chatter quieted down, replaced by a sense of spaciousness and peace she hadn't realized she was missing. As she continued her mindfulness practice, Sarah found herself responding to her children's tantrums with more patience and understanding. She became more attuned to their emotional needs, recognizing that their outbursts were often expressions of frustration or discomfort, rather than deliberate attempts to push her buttons. Instead of reacting impulsively, she paused, took a breath, and responded with a sense of calm and compassion that helped to de-escalate the situation. David, a driven software engineer, thrived in the fast-paced world of technology, but as his career progressed, he worked longer hours, sacrificing sleep and meals. The line between work and life blurred, leading to burnout. One day, he found an article about mindfulness for burnout. Intrigued, he tried a guided meditation app. Over time, he noticed a shift and felt more in control. He chose to prioritize his well-being and manage stress effectively. The bustling headquarters of a marketing agency seemed an unlikely place for a mindfulness revolution. The atmosphere was typically high pressure, with deadlines looming, competition fierce, and employees often working long hours to meet demanding client expectations. Burnout and stress-related absenteeism were common, and the company's CEO, concerned about the well-being of her employees and the impact on productivity, decided to try something radical, a company-wide mindfulness program. Initially, many employees were skeptical. Mindfulness sounded too new age or fluffy for their fast-paced world. However, the CEO, a firm believer in the power of mindfulness from her own personal experience, persisted. She brought in experienced mindfulness teachers to offer introductory workshops and weekly guided meditation sessions. She also encouraged employees to incorporate mindfulness into their workday through simple practices like mindful breathing exercises during breaks or mindful walking meetings. To everyone's surprise, the program was a resounding success. Employees who had initially been hesitant found themselves drawn to the simplicity and effectiveness of the practices. They reported feeling calmer, more focused, and better equipped to handle stress. The workplace culture began to shift as well. There was a greater sense of empathy and understanding among colleagues, and communication improved as people became more adept at listening attentively and responding thoughtfully. Emily, a survivor of a traumatic car accident, had struggled for years with anxiety, flashbacks, and a pervasive sense of fear that permeated her daily life. She had tried various therapies and treatments, but nothing seemed to fully address the deep-seated trauma that haunted her. Desperate for relief, she stumbled upon a support group for trauma survivors that incorporated mindfulness practices. At first, the idea of being present with her body and her sensations felt terrifying. Her trauma had taught her to dissociate, to disconnect from her physical experience as a way of coping with overwhelming fear and pain. However, with the gentle guidance of the group facilitator and the support of fellow survivors, Emily began to explore mindfulness practices, starting with grounding techniques that helped her feel anchored in the present moment. As she continued her practice, Emily found that mindfulness allowed her to approach her trauma with a sense of curiosity and compassion rather than fear and avoidance. She began to notice the sensations in her body associated with anxiety and fear: the racing heart, the tightness in her chest, the shallowness of her breath, without judgment or resistance. Through this process of mindful awareness, she began to develop a new relationship with her trauma, one that allowed her to acknowledge and process her pain without being overwhelmed by it. Section 5. Mindfulness in action, small moments, big transformations. The beauty of mindfulness lies in its ability to transform our inner landscape through everyday moments. It's about showing up for ourselves with presence, awareness, and kindness, moment by moment. It's in the pause before reacting to a stressful email, the deep breath before a difficult conversation, or the awareness in washing dishes or walking the dog. Imagine being caught in traffic, feeling frustrated as minutes tick by. Instead of succumbing to road rage, you take a deep breath, noticing the sensations and sounds around you. Acknowledge the frustration without judgment, creating peace amidst the chaos. These small moments of mindfulness, though seemingly insignificant, can be transformative. Like drops of water eroding a stone, they reshape our inner landscape, cultivating peace and resilience. Embracing mindfulness in a distracted world. Our minds are often pulled in countless directions, seduced by the past and anxieties of the future. We find ourselves caught in a relentless cycle of doing, striving, and seeking. Yet mindfulness offers a sanctuary, a pathway to reconnect with the present moment. It alleviates stress, enhances mental well-being, and cultivates deeper connections. From mindful breathing to body scan meditation, each practice serves as a gateway to greater awareness and peace. We've witnessed lives transformed by mindfulness, finding solace amidst parenthood, burnout, and trauma. Mindfulness reminds us that true fulfillment lies in the quality of our attention, the richness of our present moment experience, savoring simple pleasures, listening attentively, or feeling the sun's warmth. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Mindfulness is about embracing our human experience with awareness, kindness, and acceptance. We will stumble, but each moment is an opportunity to begin again. Cultivating mindfulness requires patience, practice, and gentle persistence. In challenging moments, mindfulness becomes essential. Approach wandering minds with self-compassion, guiding attention back to the present. Mindfulness is about observing thoughts without judgment, letting them pass like clouds in the sky. Section 3. The gift of presence, cultivating a richer, more meaningful life. In the tapestry of our lives, mindfulness is the thread that connects us to the present moment, allowing us to fully experience the richness and beauty of each passing day. It's in the laughter of a child, the warmth of the sun on our skin, the taste of a delicious meal, the sound of waves crashing on the shore, moments that often go unnoticed when our minds are preoccupied with the past or the future. By cultivating mindfulness, we awaken to the extraordinary in the ordinary, finding joy and gratitude in the simplest of things. We become more attuned to the needs of our bodies, noticing signs of stress and fatigue before they escalate into burnout. We develop greater empathy and compassion for ourselves and others, recognizing that everyone is fighting their own battles and navigating their own unique challenges. The gift of mindfulness is not something that can be given or received. It's a gift we cultivate within ourselves through consistent practice and a willingness to show up for our lives with greater presence, awareness, and kindness. It's a journey that unfolds one breath, one step, one moment at a time, leading us towards a richer, more meaningful, and ultimately more fulfilling life.